Hi, my name's Tom. I'm here to talk about the MuJoy floor corner lamp dual bar unit. They sent this to me as a review unit, so I'm going to kind of tell you what I think and how it works. First up, right off the bat, it's actually very heavy. It's a solid floor lamp. It's not going to fall over. I'm going to go ahead and open it up, and we'll take a look at what we got. Okay. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay. Packaged well. These are the flexible light bars. They will go into the poles to make the light bar. This is the stand. This is very heavy duty. Okay, there's electrical. Little control panel there. There's the heavy duty stand. And here are the bars that you assemble. I'm going to go ahead and read the instructions and we'll go from there. So you end up with 8 bars, and the way you're going to assemble these is pretty straightforward. This is a bottom bar, and then this is actually a top bar. You can see you've got a top on it. And you're going to use 4 bars, 4 short bars. You're going to connect them all together to make one big bar, and you're going to do that twice. So here I am. I'm going to take my bottom bar. It has a little track in it like that, and I'll take one of these middle bars, and all I'm going to do is it's got little screws already installed in it. I'll use a screwdriver. I had to provide that. I'm going to loosen the screws up a little bit. And all you're going to do is you're going to slide them together. You're going to slide that bar. Oops, this one needs to be a little bit looser. I get it. There we go. Slide that bar in like that. And once they're together, you're just going to go ahead and tighten those screws down. And that tension of those screws tightening down into the track will keep this bar together. And there we go. And that first bar is now assembled. I'm going to go ahead and keep going. I'm going to put 2 more pieces onto this bar, and then I'm going to do the same thing and build another bar. Okay, so all you got to do now is run this wire through this little bottom piece and then put this whole thing into the base here. It's a little bit tricky, but I've learned that I can kind of hold that. There we go. I was going to push it through, but I kind of put it in there. So there we go. Now I have the plug sticking out at both ends, and this just kind of fits in there. It doesn't actually screw in. It just sort of sits in there. Gravity keeps it in place. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to attach the light strip, and they are packaged very well. And what I'm basically going to do is just plug in this end into here. There's only really one way it'll click together. Oops, and that's not the right way. There we go. Kind of clicks in there. And then I can shove that down a little bit. And the way this works is you just basically push this into this has little ridges on the side, and they'll fit into the grooves right in here. And they actually, once you get going, they actually click in fairly nicely. Oh, that's pretty nice actually. That's great. Once you get both tubes set up with their little light bars in them, the last little bit is just to kind of wire everything together. So at the back of the unit here, there's actually a little USB-C connector, and that goes right into the little remote control. And on the other side of the remote control is a power block right here. So this power block is plugged into that, and then obviously you just plug this into the wall. Let's go ahead and give this a quick shot here. Wow. All right. Holy smokes. Going through a little demo unit here. Wow, that's pretty cool. You can't quite see the colors in the video, but it's kind of rainbowing up and down. Holy smokes. Okay, so now I can control most everything with this or with an app. You have in the middle, you have an M button. That's for mode. All right, so that's one mode there. It's just solid light. That's nice. Oh, kind of a gradient rainbow. Faster marching ant sort of a rainbow. Solid. Okay, now within each mode, you can also go ahead and cycle through some of the options. So let me go back to light. There you go. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but that's a warmer light. That's a red, yellow, and so forth. And I can kind of cycle through all the colors. Pretty clever. I'm going to put on the mode. Okay, so there's kind of a Christmas thing. One goes and the other goes and the other goes. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of different options here, and you just have to kind of play around with it to figure out what you actually like. Now, ideally, you won't be looking directly at this thing. You can, but what you really would want to do is turn it around to go against the wall, and we'll do that in a second. I just want to kind of show you how the lights look and how they actually work. Okay, I now I'm ready to use the app, so I'm going to go ahead and hit Add to Device, and I'm going to try doing the Nearby. And it found the MuJoy corner lamp. I'll click on that one and hit next. Connecting. Ta-da, I've connected to it. I'm going to choose my Wi-Fi. Oh, I have to enter my password. Telling the device to join the Wi-Fi. And there it is. You can actually assign it to a specific room. So if you have multiple ones of these, you can give them multiple names like corner light 1, corner light 2, corner light 3, and then assign it to a living room. I'll just keep mine in the living room for now. That's fine. I'll hit done. You can kind of build custom colors. You have presets. So let's see what magic is. Magic is in use. So that's magic. Let's see another more. Oh, there's a whole bunch of presets you can play with. All these presets are basically just names for the different modes that you had with the mode and the switch button as well. Let's do ocean. Ocean, very blue. Okay, you can also play around with music with this. So I'm going to go back to my home. I'm going to go down to automations in the app and blend or sync lights with music. I'll click on that. I'll hit start. I'll call this just room. I'll hit next. Phone mic, hit next. Living room light, hit next. Congratulations, you can start enjoying the immersive experience. I'll hit done. Okay, so now rhythm theme. Let's see here. Let's do disco. Let's do Starlight. And then we'll hit play. Allow it to use the microphone, and I'm going to go ahead and click on this. I'll say OK, and I'll hit play. Now, when I talk, the light changes according to the sound. Perhaps this isn't a very good theme. I'll try the Galaxy. No talking? Oh, there we go. Every time I make noise, it goes ahead and it moves or changes according to the theme. So you could have this at a party where it would go ahead and mimic or work with the music around you if you wanted to, as long as your phone was the one picking up the microphone. And in this case, the app's got to control the phone. So it can go ahead and kind of work with the sound that the phone is picking up and feed that into the light and to build a pattern. So as I'm talking, it's actually doing something. And just like before, you can turn this off with the app as well. You can adjust these bars. They're on little pivots, and you can kind of turn them around to some extent. You can put like both out like that, so they're kind of sticking out in the V. You can kind of close them in, have them kind of crisscross like that if you want. There's not a lot of movement, but there's enough movement that if they're in a corner, and this is meant to be a corner lamp, you do have some options here. These are just little tight pivots, and they do seem to hold it. Basically, it just pivots around on this ball down there, and that's kind of nice. Of course, the whole point of this thing is to kind of add ambiance and add some real color to a room, really make the room pop. And I happen to have a completely empty basement right here, which I can kind of show that to you. And I'm just going to kind of look at this, and holy smokes, that is truly amazing. That's how this is supposed to work. You put it in the corner, you turn the lights towards the wall, and look at this. It actually looks like rainbows are kind of falling in and out of these bars. I want to come closer. You can kind of see how this works. Now, I'm 6'1", and these things are kind of up to my neck about, so it is pretty tall. But look at this. You can then pull it back if you want from the wall. You can pull them both back from the wall, kind of make it kind of a wider, kind of a more muted feel. If you are a blogger, if you do any kind of video stuff, if you have parties, if you entertain, if you're looking for some way to really make your background pop, this is it. This is truly amazing. And you have a lot of options with this, a lot of different things you can do. You can change your settings, you can control what the colors are going to be, you can use an app. You have just so many options. This is really, really pretty amazing. So what do I think of the MuJoy corner lamp? Holy smokes, this thing's really very cool. I'm very glad I got a demo unit. It looks great. It's amazing. It's high quality. It works very well. Assembly is relatively straightforward and easy, but you want to be sure to take your time with it and make sure that everything fits together very well and very neatly. Sometimes you gotta be careful with the little light plugs, those little plastic plugs. You can bend a pin by accident, just kind of stretch it back, push it back into place and plug it together. Once assembled, it's fine, it's great, it's just in the corner. The base is very heavy. It's not gonna go anywhere, so that's good. Once you assemble it, you're fine. It really does look great. It's big, it's tall. Again, it's up to my chin when I'm standing up. It really adds a lot to a room, and I could definitely see where this have a lot of different uses for a lot of different people. I've never seen anything quite like this. It's really kind of a wow factor. So if you're going to have a party, if you're going to entertain, if you're going to put people on video, or you're going to be on video and you want to have a background, all those uses and then some. This is highly recommended. This is really a great product, and I want to thank MuJoy. Really, I'm amazed. This is great.